Good morning, Allison Hewitt, East Tampa residents and business owner. Understanding that this is a city council meeting, I am still here to talk about CRA business because of just completely insulting actions that happened at the Tuesday CAC meeting. I just want to make sure that we are clear. The City of Tampa CRA, you are either ignoring or you are complicit with the ongoing and systematic mistreatment of East Tampa CRA. We have asked and asked to say, just basic, just give them the information ahead of time. After 5:30 on Friday, they received their agenda. One agenda item had 131 pages in it, but they're expected to come on Tuesday, volunteers, to come back with their opinion. One, you also changed the process in which the people are representing areas of the community. That is not even enough time to take it back to the community to make sure that when they sit at the CAC, they can bring the opinions of the neighborhood associations they represent, because you're still not making the city staff do their job. I am asking you, encouraging you, and begging you, do not renew the operating agreement with the city staff. Please get an independent organization to manage the CRAs, especially if only it's just East Tampa, because they are just, the decisions reflect disengagement, inequality, and in some cases, blatant obstruction. Example, we have in the CRA, FRA 2004 Best Book, they have the outside the box thinking for the legacy and for the CRA grants. But understand, the legacy credit only applies if you do a $70,000 grant. If you do something of significance, your legacy does not count. So even though you have the J.C. Newman here, you have the $5 million, a business owner on 40th Street has been there for 40 years who wants to have something over $70,000, their legacy credit does not count. Their 40 years does not count. They are misleading you. They are telling you about these policies, and they are applying it in a way that is obstructing policies. So you have here that you have the direct payment to providers. But understand, the pre-development hasn't started because it's still trying to create a list. It's still going through the RFP process. It's 8 months, and we got another 3 months before you can start the pre-development project because, again, it is not a priority for them. Again, as I said, when you agreed to the operating agreement, it is a permissive agreement. They may and they shall. It's not that they have to. They will respond when they want to respond. And so you are now about to be responsible for the gentrification, because there is not, even though they are getting accolades for this, they are not using it. The legacy does not apply. The direct payments do not apply. And unless you have all your money, then you get 50%. Although Black Business Investment Fund created a construction loan fund that they will pay 90%. 90%, but the staff still says, well, we'll only pay 50 after you pay 100. That way they are closing and shutting down our businesses.
Thank you. Victor Surgit Doss, followed by Victor DeMaio. That'll end our in-person speakers, and then we'll move on to our online speakers.
Hey, first line of business is Shugrett, Doss. I don't know why we're having a problem when we know I'm litigating against the city. That's one for everybody so we can eliminate this, I guess, this fake ruse of you all not understanding. But I want to get to a couple of points. Look at the highlight. You see Shugrett, Doss, Chandra Tucker, the case number. It's called the stipulation of the parties. And I know we got a couple of attorneys in the room. I need y'all to pay attention. Couple of attorneys right here, Mike Rowe, just despicable.
It's upside down.
Say again?
Spin it around. It's upside down. How it presents.
Okay, there you go. Mike Rowe, Steve Leon. I don't know how involved he is. Judge Peacock was the presiding judge, Emily Peacock, another despicable person, and I'll get to her in a little while, ordering me to sign this stipulation of the party. And, you know, we all remember when she told me that a black man can't argue with a white man inside of her courtroom. And I asked her to disqualify herself, but she wouldn't do that because that's just who she is. Here's the release that they made me sign under contempt. I highlighted the parts. You all can see it. You all have age for these reasons. And right here, even on here, it says, you voluntarily signed this agreement.
It's upside down.
Oh, upside down again. My fault again. Voluntarily signed the agreement, and I signed it under duress right here. And every one of these attorneys I'm getting ready to go over, and I'm normally calibrated, but I can't be that way. Y'all love soft-stepping Negroes around here. I just ain't that guy. I didn't even run my routes soft-stepping. But The shirt is, and I know I can't say it's about all white folks, but I need some of y'all white people up here to get some control of these crackers running amok across the town over there. I'm talking about the city government, state government. Bob Buckhorn's running for mayor again. He already got $1 million worth of my damn houses. We need some of you all that are elected officials to just do your damn job. I don't need you to do nothing special for me. I never asked y'all for nothing. By the way, I am a veteran and honorably discharged and disabled. But the bottom line is I'm talking about Judge Emily Peacock. Should never hear a case. I'm talking about Paul Hewitt. Never should hear a case from me because they work with Gregory Holder, the lying white boy who told Michael Victor, who still works for y'all, to falsely accuse me of perjury. Of course, I whipped their ass in court. And we're dealing with this in the 11th Circuit, and I'm sure we're going to get the kind of outcome that we need. The bottom line to this is, even in that Bible that some of y'all love to thump for so often, we hear, if you go to Luke, I think it's chapter 11, Rev, if you're in here, it said, woe unto the lawyers, for they lay men with burdens grievous to be borne, and touch the burdens with not one of their fingers. I've heard that we don't have lawyers who will stand up for the people. But in that same series of statements, it says, woe unto the lawyers, for they take away the key of knowledge, and they enter in not in themselves, and for those that try to enter, they hinder. I'm going to show y'all that ain't true. Shout out to the University of Thomas Jefferson High School.
Thank you very much. Victor DeMaio will be our last in-person public speaker.